It's 2007. The iPhone launches and no one takes it seriously. And over the course of a decade, it changes the world. And then in 2017, the iPhone X is unveiled and it revolutionizes the way we use our phones with Face ID, gestures, and wireless charging. And the look of the iPhone is forever changed. Flash forward another 10 years, and what happens in 2027? Apparently, Apple wants to drop all the buttons to celebrate 20 years? I don't know. I've got some questions. Let's begin. So this has been talked about for quite a while, and I haven't weighed in on it because I try my best not to talk about, next year's iPhone. Like the iPhone 18 and the folding phone haven't even come out yet, and yes, there's a lot to talk about just with that, and I do intend on that being the main focus for iPhone leaks this year. However, there just seems to be this extra level of hype that's already building, not for the 2026 iPhones, but the 2027, strictly because it is this special, 2-decade anniversary since the launch of the iPhone. And a lot of people discovered this channel originally because of my coverage of the iPhone X. There was a lot of hype leading up to that, back when we called it the iPhone 8, and a lot of leaks and rumors ended up being overly optimistic. Like, we thought there was going to be Touch ID underneath the display. There was a lot of crazy rumors about cameras and biometrics being different and how the display was going to handle no longer having a home button. So I wouldn't put it past Apple to remove something that we all use just for our special 20-year anniversary model that's supposed to influence the look of our model for the next 10 years. But I gotta admit, the renders and the images everyone keeps using for the iPhone 20 or iPhone XX, whatever it's called, I just have a hard time believing that Apple would actually do that because it looks so dang stupid. I'm sorry, I know people still love the look of just like, oh wow, it's all pixels, it's all display, you're just picking up pure display, there's no bezel anymore. But I don't think Apple's that dumb. I'm sorry, I just keep looking at it and thinking that is not a practical device. Like, people are not using their phone from the side, nor should they. Like, that's the ideal use case of physical buttons, is that you can feel for them, you don't have to look at them for them to work. Not to mention repairability, which Apple's been trying to be at least somewhat better at in recent years with how they package their batteries in the rear glass of iPhones. They've tried their best to make them more repairable, and sure, while the right to repair people out there are not completely satisfied, I think most people can agree Apple has made progress with repairability, but this iPhone model that people keep posting everywhere would just completely set us back. I don't think there's any way to make that repairable. It would basically be, if you drop your phone and crack the glass, you need a whole new phone, and I don't think that's a good look for the company. John Turnus probably would not be comfortable with that, and he's the real boss at this point, right? Because Tim Cook's looking a little tired. So while I do think that Apple is cooking up something special for the 20-year anniversary, I just wanted to do a video expressing my expectations and just trying to bring it down to reality a little bit, that it can still be a great look, it can still feel very cool. We know Apple's been investigating pretty deeply into under-display camera technology or Face ID technology. We might start to see glimpses of that with the iPhone 18 Pro series, at least according to display suppliers. Apple is working on embedding a lot of the Face ID sensors underneath the screen so that at least for this year, we're going to see a smaller dynamic island, but it's not completely going away. But perhaps next year in 2027, Apple will feel comfortable enough to actually embed everything underneath the screen so that, maybe you have a dynamic island there when you're doing something, but if you're just watching content, playing a game, and you don't need that little cutout at the top of your phone, it just completely disappears. What I think the iPhone 20 is actually going to be is just another shift in chassis fashion, which the last big one was in 2020 when we went from a rounded chassis like the iPhone 11 series back to a squared off design with the iPhone 12. People flip-flop on these chassis all the time. At one hand, they're like, oh, I prefer the boxy design, but then the rounded one comes out and, oh, that one feels so futuristic, modern, and feels more comfortable in the hand, and I think we're gonna flop back in 2027 to having a more rounded off chassis, and I think they are still going to have physical buttons, but it might have a display around the edges very similar to what we saw on the Apple Watch Series 7 through 9, where you have this somewhat optical illusion of the pixels kind of rolling off the edges, but not too much to the point that you would accidentally set off the display just by holding the phone. I personally don't see Apple coming up with this crazy, intricate palm rejection technology where it can tell when you're holding the phone, oh, does he want to push the volume button right now, or is he just holding his phone normally? I don't think it's just going to be an endless slab of pixels in your hand like so many of the render artists do, but they will probably find out the way to make like one of the best screen to body ratios in iPhone history, and you'll still be able to see the display pixels even when looking at the phone straight on, but just a very thin strip. I don't think the display is going to completely wrap around to the back. That's just super impractical, going to eat into battery life, make it harder to repair, and I don't think Apple's going to completely abandon that just for the sake of, we need this phone to look cool. I think it will accommodate a lot of the technologies they figured out from the iPhone Air series, so just picture a super thin iPhone that still has a rounded chassis, but now also has razor thin bezels similar to what we saw in the Apple Watch Series 7 to 9, and then for some reason they screwed it up with the Series 10 and 11 and made the bezels thicker for some reason. I don't know. I'm still mad about that. But essentially kind of going back and paying homage to that iPhone 10 design. It's just now the bezels are extremely thin and there's no more notch, there's no more dynamic island unless you want it to be there, and then they can make the dynamic island match with the rest of the UI. So like a liquid glass looking dynamic island, or if you're in light mode, the dynamic island will be more white and bright looking instead of having to be black like it is now because it's working around those front facing biometric and camera sensors. I think this will be a very expensive iPhone and may not necessarily have the best specs, but that's personally how I'm interpreting the rumors and leaks for this 20th anniversary iPhone. They're probably just going to skip the number 19 because of the same reason they skipped the number 9. It just sounds too close to a major milestone. But all that being said, I think that iPhone upgrades are still looking rather incremental even into the 2027 and 2028 realms. And because of that, I don't think the iPhone 20 will be as influential or as impactful as the iPhone 10 was, just because there was so many year-over-year changes all at once. And this one will be kind of cool. You know, it might have titanium in the chassis, or it might be liquid metal or something like that, but I think it'll still have a USB-C port. It will still have stereo speakers, and it will probably at least have a dual camera, but I foresee a lot of people just holding on to their Pro iPhones for another year because, again, these phones have become more tools than anything, and everybody's just going to want the best camera and the best battery, and they're not going to care so much about having the fanciest looking display. And my guess is the iPhone 20 is going to have to take a few compromises when it comes to the camera and battery in order to achieve that beautiful overall look. But that will be the unique iPhone of the year. Just like last year it was the iPhone Air, and this year it's going to be the folding iPhone. Apple likes to mix things up a little bit just so that the tech community has something to chew on and experiment with, even if it doesn't sell all that well, and I'm grateful for that. So thank you, Apple, for experimenting. But honestly, I think the folding iPhone might arguably be more interesting and exciting than just a new iPhone with really thin bezels and under display cameras. I just don't see that changing the way we use our phone all that much. But how do you guys feel about it? Feel free to let me know your thoughts down in the comments below, and thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. Seriously, helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. This is your Apple Sheep here, and I will see you all in the next one.